In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to run serverless code with Appwrite functions. By the end, you'll know how to create a function in the Appwrite console, pick the right runtime and resources, and deploy a starter function so you can run your code without managing servers. First, head to the Appwrite Cloud console in your browser and sign in. If you're already using Appwrite, you'll land in your organization dashboard. If you're new, don't worry, everything we'll do is inside the visual console, so no command line is required. If you don't have a project yet, create one now. Give it a clear, memorable name that reflects its purpose. A good project name makes it easier to keep your functions organized, especially if you plan to add multiple functions or environments later. Once the project is created, click into it to open the overview. From the project sidebar, find Functions and select it. This is where you'll manage everything related to serverless functions in Appwrite, language runtimes, deployments, logs, and settings. To get started, click Create Function. The console will guide you through a streamlined setup so you can deploy quickly. Choose Quick Start. This option scaffolds a working function for you with a recommended structure and a simple handler, which is perfect for learning and for rapid prototyping. You'll be able to change the code later, but Quick Start makes sure you have a valid function from the very first deployment. Next, pick your language. Appwrite functions support popular runtimes like Node.js, Python, Dart, Go, PHP, and Dino. For this walkthrough, select Node.js. It's widely used, has fast cold starts, and the starter template is easy to understand. If your team prefers another language, you can choose it here instead, but we'll continue with Node.js for consistency. Give your function a name. Use something descriptive so you can recognize it at a glance. Names like send welcome email, generate thumbnail, or sync reports make it obvious what the function does. Clear naming helps when you add more functions over time. Now choose the runtime. For Node.js, you'll see specific versions. Pick the latest stable runtime offered to get the best performance, security, and language features. Matching the runtime to your code's expected Node version avoids compatibility issues later. Next, select CPU and memory. These control how much compute your function gets when it runs. For simple tasks like formatting data or basic API calls, a small configuration is usually enough. For heavier workloads, think image processing or larger data transformations, choose more CPU and memory to avoid timeouts. You can always adjust this later based on real usage and logs. Set up security. Decide who can execute this function. If it's meant to be called from your app with authenticated users, lock it down to the appropriate roles or permissions. If it's a public endpoint, make sure you're comfortable with that exposure and that you validate inputs in your code. Also plan to store secrets as environment variables rather than hard coding them, so your source remains clean and safe. You'll see an option to connect your repository. This integrates your function with a Git provider so every push can trigger a build and deployment. It's ideal for teams and for continuous delivery. For now, choose to connect later. This keeps the flow simple and lets you ship a starter function immediately. You can always return and wire up a repository once your code structure is in place. With the basics set, click Deploy. Appwrite will build your function in a clean runtime, install dependencies defined by the template, and provision the environment. The first deployment might take a minute. When it finishes, you'll have a ready-to-run serverless function inside your project, created from the Quick Start template and deployed with your chosen runtime, resources, and security settings. That's it. You've just created and deployed a serverless function with Appwrite. From here, you can open the function's code in the console or your editor, customize the handler, and iterate with future deployments. Thanks for watching, and happy building.